Okay, so we worked on being able to log in, register, right? Being able to log in and find the user by ID and various operations. The last one we're going to take a look at is delete, right? Say we no longer want to be part of this. So let's add a button here that in the profile that allows us to leave the community, right? So in the profile page here, right? Let's add a button at the bottom that allows us to unregister, right? So let's see, let's let's go and let's add this here and say that I want to unregister, all right? And this is unregister user, right? And so that if we refresh, right, we get this unregister, and we'll make it red. So this will be danger, careful. All right. So in the controller for this, do we have the controller? Profile controller. We're going to be listening. Bless you. We're going to be listening for the event handler. Right here, we're going to say vm.unregister user implemented in a function of the same name. Implemented right here. And it's going to take as username argument the user. What we might want to do is do a confirmation. Says, are you sure you want to unregister? Right. So we can do a confirm. So confirm allows us to pop up a message, saying, are you sure? Are you sure? Right. And let's see if we click on unregister. It says, are you sure? Right. And OK means that yes, we want to go forward, and cancel is that we don't want to go forward. Yes, right. So and this will going to return results var answer our answer, and we're going to console log the answer, our answer. So let's do console, and so we unregister and we say OK, it returns true. See that? If instead we do a cancel, it returns false. See that? All right, so we're going to check to see, you're going to say if answer is true, we're going to go ahead and unregister you, right? Otherwise, we're just going to ignore it. Yes? So if it's true, we're going to say user service dot delete user. Right, and we're going to pass in the user and the ID. We only need the ID of the user to unregister, right? And if this is successful, we should just go where? Just go back to the login page, because there's no one registered right now, right? This user no longer exists, right? So let's do a function and say that we're going to go to location. We're going to go back to hash login, right? Wait a minute, no, that's not how we do it, right? It's just login without the hash. All right, okay. Let's see. The delete user doesn't actually exist, right? If we try to unregister and we say yes, notice that it's complaining, saying that there is no delete user in the service. So let's implement that in the service, in the client service, right? Let's add it right here. Delete user, and implement it right here, function, and this is user ID. So again, following the nomenclature for RESTful APIs, we're going to use the delete operation, HTTP operation, using the same API URL pattern to refer to the same to the same entity. And here's the user ID. There it is. And so if we try to do this, right, if we try to unregister and we say OK, notice that it's complaining now that a delete went out to the server, but the server is not listening. Yes? // Oh, thank you. Yes. Yep. Thank you. Yeah, I see that, right? Nevertheless, the server is not listening to that, right? So let's go to the server and implement that, right? On the server, we're going to be listening to something that looks very similar like this, right? It's going to be a delete user ID, and it's going to be implemented by deleteUser. And deleteUser, for now, it's going to receive the request and response. It's going to retrieve the user ID, right? Var user ID from the params, right? Request.params, params dot user ID. Notice that I can use it either the dot notation or the square bracket notation, right? In JavaScript, they're interchangeable. And then we're going to splice it, right? We're going to look for the user by ID. We're going to say users dot find, right? Find the user, and we're going to return. Well, actually, no. What do we want to do here? We want to splice them out. So if user dot underscore ID matches the user ID, right? Then we want to splice it out. We want to say users dot splice the index. Oh, we don't have the index. Do we have the index here? All right, let's do it another way. So the for var u in users. If users sub u dot underscore ID matches the user ID, right? Then we want to splice out. So we're going to say users dot splice at location u. I want to splice just one, and I'm done, right? Users. Right? Is that correct? So we're splicing them out, and we're done, right? We just want to return and say we're done, right? We're going to say response, send status that it's a 200, everything went dandy, and we're going to return. Don't forget this return, right? Otherwise, it's going to continue, right? And after the for loop, it's going to want to do something else, right? Here we're going to send back a send status, a 404. We didn't find that user, so we couldn't splice them out. We couldn't remove them, right? So if it's 200, the controller is going to say, yep, I found it. It's successful, right? And I'm going to go to the login page. Otherwise, an error, we might want to say here, something like vm.error, unable to remove user or something, right? So let's see. Let's restart the server. Let's see if this works. Let's see if we broke anything. So we're logged in as this user. Actually, that user doesn't exist, right? Because I restarted the server. All right, so let me log in as Bob. Oh, I can't register with that. So let's register as Po. Excuse me. First, let's see if Po actually exists, right? Let's log out. Let's try log in as Po. All right, very good. Po Dameron from the last Star Wars. So yeah, so let's refresh. Yeah, Po is there. If I log out and I log in as Po, indeed Po is there. Maybe I'm spelling him wrong. Yeah. So if I unregister, it says, "Are you sure?" And I say, "Okay." Oops, location was undefined. Oh man. Controller. Okay, we need the location service here. Location service in the controller. That's going to allow us to navigate back, right? But notice that if I go back and if I try to log in as Po, notice that user is no longer there, right? It's not. But let me verify that that's indeed the case. Let me restart the server and start brand new. So refresh. Let's register as Po. And change Po Dameron. So update, and make sure I can log in as Po. Okay, very good. And I'm going to unregister and say okay. What? Do we have the location? It's there. Location. Maybe, did I refresh here? Wait a minute. Source, this is the view, user controller, profile controller. Yeah, location is there. Location. Oh. No, it's location. I used it wrong. It's location dot URL. Login. Okay, let's start again. All right, let's try it again. So register, Po, Po, update, logout, Po, okay, unregister, okay. All right, now let's try to log in as Po. It's no longer there, right? All right, that's good. We covered all the various methods, right, that allow us to post, put, delete, get users by different criteria, and I think this should be enough for you to be able to continue and finish up your assignment.